Last Days of American Crime is out on Netflix now. It is the newest Netflix movie release. As a response to terrorism and crime in the United States, the signal is going to be broadcast that will let everybody know that crime is now illegal and you can't do it anymore. So there's this group of people led by Edgar Ramirez, who plays a guy named Brick, who should be the coolest person ever. They're going to try and rob a bank as one of their last big heists, and things just start to go awry, and unexpected twists and turns happen along the way, or expected twists and turns, because this movie is, God, it sucks. I don't think I've seen a movie this bad on Netflix. This personally, just for me, defines everything Netflix is about. Netflix as a company. Garbage. This movie is just garbage. This is the type of Netflix movie that is just put on there because they don't care about story, they don't care about character, dialogue, directing, writing, how to make an actual movie. It's just there because they know people will probably watch it, and apparently they are, because it's number 5 on Netflix right now, and it's top 10. I don't know how. It's boring. It's very boring. It's bloated. It's 2 hours and 29 minutes. For what reason? I have no idea. This is the bare bones of a movie. It's not even the bare bones of a script. It's not even the bare bones of acting. It's not the bare bones of directing. It's the bare bones of a movie. And I'm telling you right now, anybody who enjoys this movie is automatically part of a cult. I can't see how anybody can enjoy a movie that just has characters that are so flat and uninteresting that I immediately don't care about any of them. They're all unlikable, and yeah, sure, like I've said in the past, you can have unlikable characters, and you can still really like that character as a character itself, even if that character is super unlikable. Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler, he's not the most likable person in that movie, but his character in that movie is great. Not one single character in this movie sticks out. Nobody was interesting. Nobody did anything cool. There's a character named Kevin Cash, who I immediately assumed was the manager of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Yes, I still refer to them as the Devil Rays, because this movie is as bad as the Devil Rays were in the 1990s. Nobody's motivation in this movie is made clear. The way the movie's written, it's written in ways that the movie just expects you to go with it without questioning any of the characters, without questioning any of their decisions, without questioning what the situation may call for. It's a movie that makes you lose brain cells, honestly. I feel dumber for watching this movie, and I feel especially dumb since halfway through the movie I could have turned it off, because it was the most boring, dull, uneventful thing I have seen in a long time, but I stuck it out for some reason. I have no idea, and now, like, my brain is just fried. My brain cells are gone, my IQ points are gone. I'm probably just gonna start rambling at some random part in this review, because this movie is just so boring. Like, I don't know how you have a crime drama that is so boring and is so overlong. Like I said, there is no way this movie had to be 2 hours and 29 minutes. Maybe it's because the director felt that, oh, this is an adaptation of a graphic novel, but not all adaptations are always 2.5 hours. I mean, there's some adaptations that are like an hour and a half, and they turn out fine. Some of them are really bad if they're an hour and a half, but honestly, this movie should have been an hour and a half. It should have been closer to an hour and a half or an hour and 45, because an hour of this movie could have been shaved off. The entire first hour of the movie literally has like nothing to do with anything else. And when you get to Charlton Copley's character, you could just cut Charlton Copley right out of the movie too. It's almost like it's a director's cut. Just the director putting in everything that he filmed into the final cut of the movie without realizing what needed to be left on the cutting room floor. It was almost like, I shot all this great footage and now everybody needs to see how great this is, when none of it's good at all. I couldn't get behind any of the characters in this movie. The lead actress and her character, I don't remember the lead actress's name. I definitely don't remember the character. I could care less. There's an attempt to give her somewhat of a character to try and make you care about her, because something with her sister, and she's like working with the FBI and she's trying to see her sister again. That's just one scene in the movie. If that were throughout the entire movie, then maybe I'd actually care a little bit, even if it was bare bones character development. But there is no character development. That is not character development. One scene saying that, hey, I'm trying to find my sister, or I miss my sister. Why? God knows why. That's not character development. You have to have a character arc. Character arc is transforming from one aspect of your character to another at the end of the movie. You can't be in the same place you were at the beginning of the movie at the end of the movie. That's not character development. That's just lazy writing. And that's what this movie is. This movie tries to be a hodgepodge of different things. It has ideas. I'll give the movie that. It has an idea. It has a thought-provoking idea, kind of gets you wondering, what would a country be like if there was no more terrorism, if there was no more crime, and what if people were actually trying to commit crimes on the last day they could actually commit crimes? That's a good idea. It's just not executed very well in the movie. They don't even focus on that aspect of the movie very much anyways. It's more about staging this heist that is very convoluted. It's a very uninteresting heist. It's this very complex, over-thought-out heist that you don't even understand what they're even going to do in this heist. And then when the heist is pulled off, the visuals of it are confusing as well. The movie focuses way too much on that aspect rather than the idea that was actually a good idea and just executed poorly in that, oh, crime is going to be made illegal. I wanted to see more of that. I'm curious if the graphic novel focuses more on that. Let's talk about some of the performances. The dude who plays Kevin Cash or Johnny Cash, I hope it's not Johnny Cash. It better not be Johnny Cash in this movie. Whoever plays that dude, Michael Pitt, he was awful. There's a scene where his character interacts with his father, and the line delivery was awful, and the way it was filmed was awful. It seemed like, I don't want to say at an angle, but it just seemed the camera was like off to the side, and he was almost out of the frame, and his father was like mid-center when that character Kevin Cash was talking. That was a bit odd. The directing is not very good in this movie either. The directing in this movie is as listless as it is in Taken 2, in Taken 3, in The Transporter 3, because you know why? It's Olivier Megaton. You know what he directed? Taken 2, Taken 3, Transporter 3. That's who directed this movie. It's that guy. You can tell he doesn't know how to direct actors. You can tell he doesn't know how to direct action sequences. Even the action sequences in this movie are boring. There's nothing of interest other than that one idea that crime can be illegal. It's a huge missed opportunity that this movie did not focus on that idea. Because of that, they're trying to pull off this heist before crime becomes illegal. But this heist just feels like it has no stakes. You don't know who's on whose side. You don't know what this heist really entails. There's some passing lines as to what they're going to do and how much money they're going to take. It did not work. It just felt so tacked on. I mean, maybe this should have been a 2-part adaptation. But like I said, the build-up, if there is any, to that heist could be completely cut out of the movie. You could easily make this an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute movie and just leave the first hour on the cutting room floor, but then the director or the editor is probably looking at it as oh, we need that first hour for character development, but there is none. So it's still in the movie. The movie is just long, it's bloated, it's boring, it's tiresome. It was putting me to sleep in some parts, not because I'm tired. This movie just made me tired. Just watching it. There's some weird color grading in some scenes that I don't really like. This bluish hues, that orangey hue to it. It's not a very good movie. This is up there with The Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Fantasy Island as one of the worst movies of the year. Like I said, if you enjoy this movie, I think you're definitely in a cult. The first tomato can be thrown at the screen 2 minutes into the movie. It's a movie that is like a chicken seasoned with water. That's how I equate this movie, and I'm gonna say that The Last Days of American Crime belongs in popcorn hell. To me, typical Netflix movie. Just thrown on there because they know anybody will watch it without any thought of quality. That's how I feel with Netflix movies. That's how I kind of felt with Extraction. That's how I feel with like Triple Frontier, Six Underground. Anybody will watch it. Name one good Netflix movie, Netflix original movie, that isn't The Irishman, Roma, or Marriage Story. It's very hard. I don't know. So that's my thoughts on the last. I forgot the title of this movie. What did you guys think of this movie? Are you part of that cult that I was alluding to? It's okay. Everybody has their own opinion. So if you do like the movie, that's fine. But
me? No.
I will leave my link to my website in the description below. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the movies, hopefully next month when Tenet opens. And stay tuned for some James Bond reviews. I got one coming up later in this month. Going to be doing one in July. I'm recording one for August, coming very soon. So you guys are the best. I'll see you soon.